Brigham Young stands as one of the most influential and controversial figures in American pioneering history. Remembered as the second president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and as the driving force behind the westward migration of thousands of Mormons to the Utah Territory, he garnered the epithet the American Moses. And Young's leadership, vision, and political skills have captivated historians and academics' attention for generations now. His legacy as a community builder and spiritual leader was pivotal in the development of the American West. And thanks to the Netflix original TV show American PRIMEVAL, the name Brigham Young has once again entered into mainstream thought and popularity. And in this video, we will pay specific consideration into the death of Brigham Young and attempt to understand how exactly did the Mormon who transformed a desolate desert into a vibrant society meet his ultimate fate. By examining contemporary accounts, news articles, and personal writings, we will delve into the last chapter of Brigham Young's life and uncover the events that led up to his eventual passing. But before we begin, don't forget, if you want to find out more about the deaths of some of history's greatest figures, then subscribe to my channel Historical Exit. Before an in-depth analysis into the final days and ultimate death of Brigham Young can be conducted, it is first essential to have a basic understanding of the life and legacy of the man who is often referred to as the American Moses. As his story was unknown to me before I watched American PRIMEVAL, I am sure that will also be the case for many viewers of this channel as well. Brigham Young was born on June 1st, 1801 in Whittingham, Vermont. Brigham grew up in a modest household and worked as a carpenter until the year 1832, when he would convert to Mormonism and become a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And in this religious community, he would thrive, and Brigham would quickly rise up through the ranks, becoming one of the most trusted apostles of Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism. And after the assassination of Smith in 1844, Young would emerge as the leader of the Mormon community, guiding them through a turbulent period of persecution and uncertainty. In 1847, after years of struggle, Brigham would lead thousands of Mormon pioneers westward to the Salt Lake Valley, establishing what would become the heart of the Latter-day Saint movement in the West. Under his leadership, Young oversaw the establishment of settlements throughout the American West and served as the first governor of the Utah Territory. His vision and organizational prowess solidified his reputation as a spiritual and temporal leader within the Mormon community. But his legacy was not without controversy, as his stance on issues such as polygamy, racism, and slavery were highly controversial, and his potential involvement in the Mountain Meadows Massacre, in which 120 pioneers were brutally murdered, added further stains upon his reputation. However, his influence on the development of the American West and the establishment of the Mormon faith is undeniable. But how did the man who shaped the destiny of a faith and a region meet his end? And what were the circumstances surrounding his passing on the 29th of August, 1877? When referencing the death of Brigham Young, we have limited accounts which provide any great details about his death, but we do have two primary sources available to us which can potentially shed some light on the topic. The first being the personal journal of George Q. Cannon, a close associate of Young's and a prominent Mormon church leader in his own right. And in his journal, he provides the following statement about the death of the Mormon Moses. President Young complained of severe abdominal pain and difficulty with digestion in the days preceding his passing. His strength waned quickly and he expressed discomfort, though he bore it with great patience. In his journal, George Q. Cannon highlights that Brigham Young was suffering from severe abdominal pain and digestional issues a few days before his passing. This observation has resulted in two primary discourses being present when discussing the death of Young. The first being he died from peritonitis, which occurs when the entire abdomen is inflamed, causing severe pain in the abdominal region, as well as fever, weight loss, and respiratory issues as well. If left untreated, this can quickly result in death for the individual. The symptoms of peritonitis match very well with the limited details we have available about the exact specifics of the death of Brigham Young, as all sources agree that he was dealing with severe abdominal pain and general digestional issues the days leading up to his death. And this is the discourse that is most widely accepted by modern historians today as well. A second discourse, which is less substantiated and not as well attested to, is that Brigham Young may have died from cholera morbus, which is a bacterial infection in the intestines usually arising from contaminated water being ingested by the individual, and this can cause severe diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps within the body. The symptoms of cholera do fit well to a degree with the symptoms Young was displaying before his death, but if a cholera breakout did occur in the Mormon village, it would have caused many other deaths and infections as well, and it wouldn't have killed only the president of the Latter-day Saints. There's very little medical, historical, and circumstantial evidence which supports the discourse of cholera being the cause of death for Brigham Young, but I thought it would still be worth mentioning as it is still a plausible discourse, although significantly less probable than the discourse of peritonitis appears to be. Furthermore, there was also an article published by the Latter-day Saints' own newspaper in regards to the death of Brigham Young, which stated that the president began experiencing acute pain in his abdomen and general weakness shortly before his death. So again, we have another contemporary source which describes the death of Brigham Young in a manner pretty much identical to the statements identified in George Q. Cannon's journal, which further strengthens the discourse that Brigham Young did indeed pass away from an abdomen-related issue, highlighting that peritonitis is the most likely cause of death for Brigham Young once again. So I hope you found this video to be engaging and educational, and if you did enjoy it, please do like and share this video with others. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel Historical Exit so you can find out more about the deaths of some of history's greatest figures. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.